Hey, have you ever thought about how mediocre our education is? What do you mean by mediocre? I think our teachers are doing a pretty good job. Yeah, they're doing an okay job, but I feel like we're not really being challenged or pushed to excel. We're just being taught to memorize and regurgitate information. I see your point, but I think it's also up to us to take charge of our own education. We can't just rely on the teachers to spoon-feed us everything. I agree, but at the same time, I feel like the system is set up in a way that doesn't really encourage critical thinking or creativity. It's all about standardized tests and meeting certain benchmarks. That's definitely a problem. I think we need more opportunities to explore our interests and pursue our passions, rather than just being forced to take certain classes or follow a rigid curriculum. Exactly. And I also think we need more teachers who are passionate about what they're teaching and who can inspire us to learn and grow. Yeah, that's a really good point. It's hard to be motivated to learn when the teacher doesn't seem to care about the subject themselves. Overall, I think there's a lot of room for improvement in our education system. We need to start prioritizing critical thinking, creativity, and genuine passion for learning over just memorization and test scores. Agreed. It's up to us to demand better from our education system and to take charge of our own learning as much as possible.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. Work was really busy tonight.
You're sorry. Do you know what time it is? You said you'd be home hours ago.
I know, I'm sorry. But I couldn't just leave in the middle of a rush.
Oh, I'm sure the restaurant would have fallen apart without you.
That's not fair. You know how hard I work to provide for us.
You call this providing for us? You're never home, you never have time for me or the kids.
That's not true. I do everything I can to take care of you and the kids.
Really? Because it doesn't feel like it. It feels like you care more about your job than you do about us.
Look, I know I've been working a lot lately. But it's not like I'm doing it just for me. I'm doing it so we can have a better life.
A better life? What good is a better life if we never get to see you?
I know, and I hate that I can't be home more. But sometimes that's just the way things are.
And what about tonight? Was it really so important that you had to stay late?
Well, no, not really. But things just got really busy and I didn't want to leave my coworkers in the lurch.
So you put your job before your family. Again.
It's not like that. I just didn't want to let anyone down.
Well, you let me down. You let the kids down. And I'm sick of it.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be home more, I promise.
That's what you always say. But nothing ever changes.
This time it will. I'll make sure of it.
I hope so. Because I can't keep living like this.
Hey, babe. What do you want to do this Sunday? Well, I was thinking maybe we could go for a hike in the mountains. It's supposed to be really nice weather this weekend. Awesome. And we could bring a picnic lunch and make a whole day out of it. Awesome. And we could bring a picnic lunch and make a whole day out of it. Awesome. And we could bring a picnic lunch and make a whole day out of it. Sounds perfect. And if we're feeling really adventurous, there's a waterfall nearby that we could hike to. Sounds perfect. And if we're feeling really adventurous, there's a waterfall nearby that we could hike to. Okay, it's settled then. We'll pack a lunch and head to the mountains for a day of hiking and exploring. I'm glad you're excited. It's always more fun when we're both into it. Good night, baby.